Hey, groovy guys and gals, it's Barry again from Barry's A-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair, and this is a continuation of the video that I did previously on contact cleaners. And I'm not really sure. It looks like I'm not too well in focus here. Not too much I can do about it right now, and I'm using a portable camcorder because I just wasn't able to get the lighting decent on my studio cams. But this is just to show you how many contacts I generally have to clean just in the course of my work. Um, as you can see, we got all kinds of buttons and push buttons, and this is right above my bench. Please excuse the mess. It's just the way it is. And over here, I've got the sound system that I use for my video recording, and I can't zoom it out any more than that. But on this deal alone, we've got a good 300-400 controls, knobs, and switches that have to stay clean. And so this is just the sound portion of my DVD recording setup that I use for the audio on all of my videos. As you can see, it's not doing much right now because I'm using the built-in camcorder mic for this. And then over here, we just have some of the video switching equipment. That's the remote units for the cameras, to control my balance and all that cool stuff. But now the real highlight of this video is going to be the most critical part, and that is my Yamaha 40 channel mixer that I use for when I run sound for bands, and once in a while I even get to sing through it myself. Now the striking feature about this little thing is it has no fewer than 2,000 switches and knobs on that top panel there. Needless to say, we don't want a guitar cutting out in the middle of a song in front of thousands of people, and so once again, I will only use WD-40 on these controls. We'll come a little bit closer so we can take a better look at things. This is the first 8 channels. Actually, this is the first 16 channels, and now we've got 24 channels in there. Then there's our master control section right here, and then on the right side we have the remaining 16 channels worth of controls and switches. And these all need to be kept clean and operating smoothly, of course. And once in a while, I even get to sing through this thing. Mary had a little lamb. So it's I get to enjoy it once in a while instead of just using it for work purposes. But and we'll kind of go inside a little bit here just to kind of show you how much work is involved in cleaning the pots. We're just going to lift up this third bank of channels here, since I've already got it pretty well open, and we can see underneath that the controls and switches, they're really not exposed. You have to take off about 30 screws to get this big old board out so that you can even clean the controls and switches. So it's not something that you really want to do in the middle of a gig, between songs or something like that. It does take quite a bit more work than that. So that's why I insist on using WD-40 instead of your high-end contact cleaners to keep all this stuff in proper working order. If I was at a gig and something went out and I had to clean the control, assuming that I was even able to clean the control under those circumstances, if somebody came up and said, "Hey man, I got a can of Deoxit," I would say, "No, please run out and get me a can of WD-40. So just to show you, in an effort to kind of back up my claim that WD-40 is the best stuff to use for this stuff instead of the expensive stuff, this is the stuff that I have to work with on a daily basis. And I might as well also show you my shipping and receiving area while I'm at it. There's the units that are awaiting repair. Actually, these over here are ready to go back to the customer, and then these are still awaiting my attention. And we'll just kind of go around and get a little closer look at that. What the heck? Just in case people are wondering, why jobs tend to take a while in my shop, it's because of my workload. Being the world's most popular service related to classic car radios, that is according to website traffic. That may not necessarily be true. I'm only going by website traffic, but at any rate, a lot of people probably don't know how much work I have in front of me here. So this is a good chance to show you guys that too. And there's once again my Yamaha 40 channel mixer that I will only use WD-40 to clean the controls, and there's a little guitar amp right below it there that I use for a temporary test amplifier, just to make sure that my service is holding up. And so that's all I really have to say right now. What the heck, let's also show you my video setup. The stuff that you see on my YouTube videos, and again, it's a huge mess, but there's one of my camera banks. That's about probably 13 cameras right there. And then we move over here, and we got another 8 cameras. And in addition to my Sony studio cameras, there's one of them. This is the camera that points to my face. That's the camera that's used most often. And then probably can't see it too well right there because I've got too much backlighting going on. And then here's my overhead cam that you've seen from time to time when I need to take a shot from up high. That's my overhead camera, and it just looks down on the bench right there. And so there we go. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys a little bit of a backup statement as to why I will only use WD-40 and some of the critical situations that I run into that require the controls and switches to be operating smoothly and noise free at all times. So on that happy note, thank you for watching and listening. Sorry that I can't let you see my face this time, and thanks again.